of all good, and unity of Lawrence's vision. United in divine love and joy, we celebrate a peaceful and abundant world for all. And our mission? We are a thriving spiritual community, sharing love, building bridges, and inspiring transformation. Part of that inspiration is music. So we have Cecilia St. King here today with special music.
Hello, Holly and Reverend Jen Hutchins. Thank you so much for having me today. I'm honored to be joining you in your Sunday service, your gathering, your celebration of the beloved community. Thank you so much for having me. My name is Cecilia St. King, as you, as you stated and know, and based on the topic of your talk, Visions of Faith, I thought I would open up with this song called Faith and a Feeling by my dear friend Gary Nicholson. I believe the Christians, I believe the Jews, got no problem with the Muslims, I've got friends who are Hindu, I got faith and a feeling, love got faith and a feeling, faith and a feeling, everything's gonna be alright. Well, I've been smiling with the flowers, I've been whispering with the trees, I've been floating on the ocean, I've been breezing with the breeze, and I got faith in a feeling, I got faith in a feeling, faith and a feeling, everything's gonna be alright. There ain't no way to preach it, because there's nothing you can say. The only way to reach it is just sit yourself still till you find your own way. That's right. Here we go, take it down. Well, check it out. It's like getting funky. When I am alone in my sweet final hour, and I'm one-on-one with the real superpower, I'm gonna do my own dance right into the light. I'm gonna shake these chains and walk out on the fight, 'cause I've got faith and a feeling, love got faith and a feeling,
Yes, indeed. We are grateful for Cecilia's music and message. And that ties in with, as she said, Reverend Jennifer Hutchins, our speaker for today. Reverend Jen is the founder of Unity Arts Ministry, through which she teaches creativity as a tool to deepen spiritual practice. She shares her passion through workshops, retreats, and online programs. You can visit www.unityartsministry.org for more information and inspiration. So let's welcome Reverend Jen Hutchins.
Good morning. Thank you, Michelle. And thank you, Cecilia. What a beautiful song. And yeah, the crowd goes wild over here too. I loved her energy. And yeah. If you weren't already affirming with her, let's affirm together. I have faith. I have faith. And if when you say those words, maybe you're saying them and something in you is going, yeah, kind of questioning that. I hope that by the end of today's message, I have faith, right? We can pull that into a strong spiritual affirmation because truthfully, there is nothing you need to do to gain more faith. It's simply to bring your awareness to the fact that that faith is always there and it's always ready to come into full vision in your life. So as Cecilia said, the title of my talk today is A Vision of Faith. And I want to share some ideas to help open up that awareness that spiritual faith is always there in our lives. And it is this power that allows us to see beyond appearances, beyond the news, beyond social media, beyond the weather, beyond whatever is going on in your life. Faith, when we see clearly with the eyes of faith, is a powerful tool that truly can transform not only the way we see the world outside, but the way that we then perceive ourselves and act in that world. Now, the idea is that spiritual faith is like a vision that we can see through. And when we are looking clearly at the world, right? We actually put on our glasses and we look out at the world, then we are in a position to see with that spiritual faith. And when we start looking and we start noticing things, we start becoming aware of the many ways that Spirit is constantly communicating with us, right? That Spirit within us, the ideas that we have, but also the ways that things are showing up outside of our inner being to remind us to always lean into that spiritual awareness with faith. Now, I'm sure you've had this experience where a thought, an idea, a song, or a person keeps repeating in your life, like you keep everywhere you go, like you're running into the same idea, or you've got a friend on your mind and then they call you and then you see them at the coffee shop 3 days later, and you kind of keep bumping into the same thing. Well, for me this past week, the thing that I've been bumping into is the Dalai Lama, which seems sort of a strange thing, and so to me, I'm just that's not coincidental when these things happen. So I pay attention, right? I have my glasses on, I was seeing clearly. So the first one was I came across a documentary on Amazon Prime on, it was actually on an initiation ceremony around compassion and focused on the Dalai Lama. 2 days after I finished that series, my husband came in the evening and he was just like, "Hey, Jen, Dalai Lama's on Facebook Live right now giving a talk." So I'm like, okay, head over to my Facebook account, log in and watch the Dalai Lama talk about compassion and talk about bringing peace through the reminder that we are all one, that we are all one family, all brothers and sisters. And I thought, what a beautiful message. Thank you, Dalai Lama, for showing up twice in 1 week. But that wasn't it. The next day, I sat down to do a collage. I love doing magazine collages. And I just happened to pull this old National Geographic magazine out, flipping through, and who shows up in the magazine? Dalai Lama. Yeah, again. And so when these things happen, right, I have to ask myself, why? Why, right? We're human beings. We are meaning-making machines. And so I want to create some meaning out of, why is this not just this person, but the teachings? Why are these showing up for me? And so I had to sort of do some inner work and lean into, what is it that's coming up that's really touching my heart when I'm hearing him speak or when I'm reading about him. And over, it's that word compassion. It's the word compassion. And when he said, looking at everyone across the globe as our brothers and sisters, that really opened my heart, not only to an awareness that I feel like I knew at some point in my life, but the awareness that I have forgotten to live that recently. See, I've been getting caught up in the things that I see, in what is, in appearances. And I've been labeling, I've been judging other over there and other over there. And that person thinks very differently from me, so they're definitely other. And this one over here, well, I don't even know what they're thinking, so they're definitely other. And I've been getting caught up in this sort of what's like me, what's not like me, when I'm looking out there at the world and then labeling it. Is it right? Is it wrong? Based on my own personal beliefs. Silly old me. I got trapped back into that old thinking pattern. I had taken my glasses off and everything was fuzzy. That literally, I took them off and everything got fuzzy. So I'll keep them on because I want to see you clearly. So when we start to recognize that we are really seeing things from a fuzzy perspective, not so much a clear perspective, it's time to dust off our spiritual lenses, get out the little wipes, clean off those spiritual rose-colored glasses, put them back on, that we can see with the eyes of faith. And for me, that was the reminder of compassion, the reminder that we all have the same source, and that is God. We all have the same source, and that is God. And when we have our spiritual glasses on, we can remember to see with that vision. So as we think about this idea, I want you to think, how clear has your spiritual vision been in the year 2020? Has it been 2020 vision, or has it been, more like 2? I don't know. How strong has your spiritual vision been? That ability to see beyond appearances. And no matter what, to see with the eyes of love, to see from the heart, and to radiate that light, that love into all circumstances without judgment. It can be a hard thing to do, yes? It can be a hard thing to do. As we lean into spiritual faith, we can pull back into these tools so that we can see clearly again. So if you're up for a little eye adjustment without needing a prescription, please stay with me here a little bit longer. I want to share with you from Robert Brummett's book, Birthing a Greater Reality, A Guide for Conscious Evolution. Artwork by my friend Jenny Hahn, by the way, beautiful artwork on the cover here. And if you're not familiar with this book, I think it's important to note that it was written 10 years ago. And in it, Robert is calling forward the imperative nature of humanity to wake up to put on our spiritual vision 10 years ago. I think we are living it right now. How important is it for us to wake up to our spiritual nature instead of continuing to feel divided, to feel united once again, to feel united? In the book, he writes, "You are in essence the one, dreaming that she is you as an individualized personality. And by remembering who you truly are in the midst of the polarities and limitations of this dream world, you are fulfilling the purpose of your life on this planet. By waking up, you are fulfilling your purpose." Breathe that in. It's pretty easy glasses to put on, right? I'm just going to wake up, fulfill my purpose. He writes, "In many ways, it would seem that the dream of the one has become a nightmare." 10 years ago, he wrote that. And when I look out today, I think I've fallen into that, belief, gosh, can I just wake up from this? Can I wake up from 2020? Yeah. And he said, the solution to overcoming a nightmare, it is to wake up. When we're looking out at this external world and thinking nightmare, scary, danger, other, and all of these labels, it's time to wake up. Time to wake up and remember that we are the one. And as we do that, as we transform ourselves and transform our vision into spiritual vision, we are affecting the world around us as well. It all begins with us. It begins with an I, a single I, making a difference. So when we awaken from the dream and see with the eyes of spiritual awareness, we can use the dream as a way of understanding love and power and wisdom. Right? When we look at what is, we can use that as a way of leaning into spiritual discernment. So not labels and judgment in a negative perspective, but spiritual discernment. What is actually happening? What is actually serving the evolution on a spiritual perspective? So waking up to our true nature is like removing those blinders, removing the fuzziness. If you wear glasses, if you've ever streaked them, then you're constantly looking through this fuzz and it becomes so hard to see anything clearly. And I feel like we've all put tar over our glasses lately. And so we're feeling this sense of dissonance, right? We're seeing so many people at odds with each other, so many people that are arguing, one point over another because we're not connecting here. We're not connecting from our hearts. So if we clean those off a bit, clear them off, we can see with that vision and see with compassion, see the suffering that is happening right now, and be able to hold that with compassion, to be able to hold that with love, even if it's someone that thinks and believes very differently than we do, to still have compassion for where they are right now on their journey. This is what the Dalai Lama's words reminded me of: the power of compassion, even in the midst of suffering and challenges. That we can see everyone as our brothers and sisters. And I don't know about you, but in my experience of families, sometimes families don't always get along so well, right? There's still those moments where, brothers and sisters might fight or might have a difference of opinion, but there is still that love and that compassion for each other. So acknowledge and honor. You are my brother, you are my sister, to everyone that you meet. To everyone that you meet. So the idea of being able to see clearly reminds me of when I think in the Bible of so many narratives where Jesus is healing the blind. right? That doesn't come up once, it comes up many times. And in fact, some of those stories are some of the few stories that repeat throughout the different gospel narratives. So to me, that says that's pretty important. We should pay attention to that. And in the book of Luke, we read, as Jesus approached Jericho, there was a blind man sitting by the side of the road begging and calling out. And those that were with Jesus were actually trying to dismiss him. Here's just this poor blind man on the side of the street, and they're just trying to walk by. They're going about their business. He's like, hey, notice me, stop. I need something. And they're like, nope, go back. So even though he was asking for help, those around Jesus were actually trying to keep him from that help in that moment. And Jesus recognized what was going on. He's like, whoa, wait a minute. Somebody needs help? Bring him to me. What is it that you need? So he paused, right? To take that breath, take that pause, to notice those around you that are asking for help, to notice those around you that need help. And with compassion, with love, what do you need? How can I help you? And so the beggar's response was, Lord, I want to see. And Jesus said to him, receive your sight. Your faith has healed you. Receive your sight. Your faith has healed you. And I imagine, even in that moment, right, taking these blinders that have been over our eyes for so long, and we finally reach out and say, I need help. I need help. Will someone have compassion? Will someone see me and help me? And the moment we do, there's spirit right there. There is the compassion of the Christ right there, saying, as soon as you ask, it is done for you. Receive your sight. And so if you were right now to ask the divine aspect that is present with you right now, as you, through you, right now, I wish to see. The answer the divine would give you is, my child, it is already done. Receive your sight. Your faith has made you whole. Your faith has made you whole. I invite you to rub your hands together. Get them nice and warm. If you're wearing glasses, perhaps set them down for a moment. We're going to put these warm hands right over our eyes. I want you to take a breath here and bring your awareness down to your heart center. And from your heart, I want you to imagine all of the love within you, all of the divine capacity to love within you, gathered in your heart. And imagine that love now moving up through your chest and resting behind your hands. Divine love now is at the seat of our third eye. It is right behind our own retinas. And as we remove our hands and open our eyes, we see through the eyes of love. See through that divine light within. Breathe that in. Breathe that in. What beauty do you see when you allow yourself to see from this perspective? This is a tool, a simple way to consciously readjust our vision when we're scrolling through Facebook or Twitter and something catches our eye that doesn't resonate with love. The way that we perceive it, we notice a judgment within ourselves. When that happens this week, I invite you to rub your hands, put them over your eyes, and imagine readjusting your vision to see from the heart, to see from divine love, to see with those eyes of compassion, which the Dalai Lama exudes. If you've ever watched him, or if you haven't, apparently you can find him on Facebook now. I invite you to take a moment and watch, because you watch him smile and you see in his eyes this joy and this compassion. Even when talking about suffering, even when talking about division, there is still this compassion that is love-filled, that radiates from his being. He is said to be the embodiment of the spirit of compassion. Watch it in his eyes and see if you can find that spark, that compassion, and retrain yourself, right? Cecilia said in her song, nobody else can do this work for you, right? No one else can tell you how to do this. We can only provide tools for one another as we walk this spiritual journey. And so I provide this as a tool, right? A readjustment for our eyes without needing new glasses, without needing to go out to see the doctor, but to see that doctor in your own heart, to see to that, to tend to that. She said the answer is to sit yourself still till you find your own way. Sit yourself still till you find your own way. And so I invite you, try on these different tools, try on these different ideas, see what helps you to cleanse your glasses. At one time, I got a new pair of prescription glasses, and that cloth that came with them, and I rubbed it on there, all it did was smear it. Every single time, it just kept smearing everything. That was the wrong tool for those glasses. I had to go out and buy special wipes that worked really well with them. So find what works for you. Find what will help you tune into that 2020 spiritual vision that you can see clearly. What will help you see 2020 with new insights? Are you ready? We're going to say her affirmation. I want you to claim it this time. I have faith. I have faith. I have faith in divine love. I have faith in divine light. I have faith in spiritual wisdom and intuition. I have faith in the love and the beauty of humankind. I have faith. And so it is. Thank you.
Hear our voices, hear our songs, hear our dreams of a new tomorrow, a new tomorrow. Let's join hands, let's join hearts, let's join souls, break what divides us, break what divides us. Love, love, love is the answer. Love, love, love is the answer. Love, love, love is the answer. Love will bring us home. is the answer. Love, love, love is the answer. Love will bring us home. Sing with me, come on now. Love, love, love is the answer. Love, love, love is the answer. Love, love, love is the answer. Love will bring us home. Love will bring us home. Love will bring us home. Love will bring us, each and every one of us, home.
Wonderful. What wonderful music and a wonderful message as we take that into our hearts and breathe that out. Let us also take this time to hold our gifts to our community of Lawrence and beyond. Let's hold our gifts in our hands and love in our hearts as we come home. Let's affirm together: divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And so it is in love. And while Holly sings I'm Choosing Heaven Today, and we join her, please go online and give via PayPal or write a check and mail it to Unity of Lawrence so that our home here in our spiritual community continues to thrive. And let's join Holly.
I'm choosing heaven today. I'm choosing heaven today. And I'm walking the road of heaven right now. Singing, I'm choosing heaven today. This time let's sing faith. I'm choosing faith today. I'm choosing faith today. And I'm walking the road of heaven right now. Singing, I'm choosing faith today. How about a little joy? I'm choosing joy today. I'm choosing joy today. And I'm walking the road of heaven right now. Singing, I'm choosing heaven today. I'm choosing heaven today. I'm choosing heaven today. And I'm walking the road of heaven right now. I'm choosing heaven today.
We are choosing faith today. We are choosing love today. We are seeing through the eyes of love and compassion, which is such a relief when we remember that we can do that instead of seeing through judgment and the other. So we are in the flow of giving and receiving, and our gratitude leads us to faith, compassion, and love and joy. We're grateful, and so it is. Amen.
And now we get to hear more music from Cecilia St. King.
once in a while there's a song that just appears, and you know that you are the steward of that song, and it is your job to finish writing it and get it out to the world. And I think this is one of those songs. I wrote it just a few years ago, and I feel like it's more prevalent now than ever, and quite prophetic. Oh, yeah, that's right. I do want to teach you guys the chorus so that you can sing with me if you want. And it goes like this. Remember these words: falling, tumbling, crashing. Falling, tumbling, crashing. I'm going to say that twice. I am, you are, we are. I am, you are, we are spirit. And we will rise up, and we will shore up, and we will build up, because we're amazing. Okay, I'll do that one more time. Falling, tumbling, crashing. Falling, tumbling, crashing. I am, you are, we are spirit. And we will rise up, we will shore up, we will build up, because we are amazing. Okay, God? You'll know when your part comes in. You know the stars shine brightest in the darkest hour, when chaos reigns, oh Lord, when it rains in the murkiest water, blooms a most beautiful flower, when chaos reigns, oh, when it rains, 'cause there's a purpose to the chaos, to collapse and create a new cause. You never know what God's got planned for you. And I may not know what I am doing, but what I do know, God knows what she is doing. So let him reign when chaos reigns. Here we go. So let it come falling down, let it come tumbling down, crashing down all around. Do it again. Let it come falling down, tumbling down, crashing down around and around. 'Cause I'm spirit, you are spirit, we are spirit. Isn't it amazing? And we will rise up, we will shore up, we will build up, 'cause we are amazing. Let's do that for fun, just because we can. Here we go. Ready? Let it come falling down, tumbling down, crashing down all around. Let it come falling down, tumbling down, crashing down around and around. 'Cause I'm spirit, you are spirit, we are spirit. Isn't it amazing? And we will rise up, we'll shore up, we will build up, 'cause we are amazing. Yes, we are. You cry, how could this have happened? As you fall to your knees, begging, Lord, give me an answer, please. The road would not have been taken had your life not fallen apart. So let it rain when chaos reigns. Here we go, everybody. So let it come falling down, tumbling down, crashing down all around. Let it come falling down, let it come tumbling down, crashing down around and around. 'Cause I'm spirit, you are spirit, we are spirit. Isn't it amazing? And we will rise up, we will shore up, we will build up, 'cause we are amazing. And I am spirit, you are spirit, we are spirit. Isn't it amazing? And we will rise up, we will shore up, we will build up, 'cause we are amazing. Yeah.
What a fabulous service that we are blessed to be a part of today and every Sunday. So, as we know that love will bring us home, we have some announcements that mention here at Unity of Lawrence and coming home. So, anyone have pumpkin to talk about? If you are missing in time person connection here with friends and loved ones at Unity or wishing to make friends, come for a fall meet and greet in the Unity parking lot today today from 2 to 4 o'clock. Bring your own lawn chair and a beverage or snack of your choice if you wish. Masks are required. Friends, neighbors, members of the congregation will have a chance to visit with one another while practicing social distancing in an outdoor setting. The building will still be closed, but we are open in the parking lot today from 2 to 4. We would love to hear your feedback about today's service. Amazing. Let us know what we can do to improve the experience. Reach out to a board member or contact our fabulous Kathy Moreland in the front office. Also, we send out a monthly, actually a weekly e-news on Mondays. If you are not receiving your copy in the email, then please let Kathy know in the office and she can be sure to add you to the email list. You can email her at info@unityoflawrence.org or leave a message on the office phone 785-841-1447. So today's meet and greet 2 to 4. Next Sunday, Reverend Stephanie Barton speaks on Hocus Pocus, Keep Your Focus, and special music will be Star Sister Revival. So let's rub our hands together and bless our youth and one another, saying, we love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the divinity in you. And now let's join in singing the original peace song with Steve Epley.
Let there be peace on earth and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as creator, children all are we. Let us walk with each other, perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my solemn vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth and let it begin with me.
And now our prayer of protection. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God washes over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Stay on if you'd like to attend a breakout session with your Unity community. Don't forget today, pumpkin to talk about 2 to 4. Bye-bye.